Alam ko marami sa inyo gusto magnegosyo. Lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, usong-uso ang cafe. Pero ano nga ba ang requirements para makapagpatayo ng isang establishment? And lalo na, ano ang sinasabi ng batas when it comes to inclusivity? So nandito tayo ngayon sa Colab Cafe, Capitolio, Pasig to check kung paano sila nagko-comply sa mga batas na ito. Mayroon na tayong batas na tinatawag na Batas Pambansa 344 o Accessibility Law na ginawa upang matulungan ang mga PWD na magkaroon ng mga maayos na access sa mga buildings at establishments. Sa ilalim ng batas na ito, kinakailangan na ang mga public at private places na bukas sa publiko ay magkaroon ng mga facilities tulad ng ramps, accessible entrance, tamang daanan, railings, at iba pang features na makakatulong sa kanilang ligtas na paggalaw. Pero may isang bagay na dapat din natin pag-usapan. Bagamat may batas para sa physical accessibility ng PWDs, wala pang particular na batas sa Pilipinas na nagsasabi kung paano eksaktong i-accommodate ang mga taong may autism o katulad nito sa mga businesses. Sino kaya ang makakaisip lagyan ng batas ang mga establishment para sa batang may autism o katulad nito? Dahil ang tunay na accessibility ay hindi lamang tungkol sa paggawa ng ramp o mas malawak na pintuan. Ito ay tungkol sa paggawa ng isang lugar kung saan ang bawat tao, kahit ano pa ang kanilang pangangailangan, ay makakapasok, makakagamit, at mararamdamang sila ay welcome.
Do you hear that?
Good day! We are here at Colab Cafe together with the owner, Miss Coco Tamora. Hello po! Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you for inviting me.
Alright, yes. So, alright. So, right now, we are here with Miss Coco to share to us, no, of course, to promote the cafe. What do they have here? What do they offer? But other than that, later we will discuss how do we put up a business or what are the laws in place when putting up an establishment that is PWD friendly. Pero before that, Miss Coco, can you share to us how did you come up with this business?
Actually, our business is mainly in consulting. So I've mentioned consulting and construction. So we do a lot of designs also. Then, actually, this space is supposedly our showroom. Yun nga lang, we're very lucky to have this space. It's quite spacious. And then what we thought of is sayang naman yung space and it's just us. And we wanted to share also with other people yung mga nakikita namin because we're used to working in cafes also. So, alam namin yung feeling. Like, when you go to cafe, you have your meetings there, you work there. So, alam namin lahat ng mga bagay na gusto namin, yung hinahanap namin.
So you saw this as an empty space?
Yes.
Okay.
So, this is really a blank slate. So, we wanted to create something that would serve as our office and also our showroom. But then, basically, the other owners also, we came from another company who's operating a cafe. So we have parang know-how on how to operate one. So sabi namin, sige, let's open this up to other people.
Okay.
So that's when we came up with Collab. So with Collab naman, this is actually like a hybrid of a regular cafe and a co-working space. But very unlike a co-working space where you have to rent out or lease yung parang seat, di ba ganun lagi,
Yeah.
by the hour, etc., etc. So, sa amin, we don't want to be limited with that. So, gusto namin, it's just, anyone can just come in, buy some coffee or some pastries, and then mag-work na sila. That's it.
Actually, papunta pala ako ng entrance. Nakita ko na na-feel ko na yung vibe. And sabi ko nga kay Miss Coco kanina, I think this is what other cafes are trying to achieve, with all fairness. So, you mentioned earlier, this was an empty space.
Yes.
Now, of course, you have permits ng Pasig and all. And part of that is the accessibility. Of course, we have that law in place. So, how important is that And how do you see that when constructing this?
I think, I don't know, as I've mentioned, we came from different businesses and companies also. So we're very much aware, like, of course, from the building code, the accessibility clause there. So we always have to follow. But siguro one of the things that we really were focusing on is the actual implementation. So
Yes.
in the building code, kasi it's everything is basically there. So you just have to follow it, no? Even the measurements, the dimension, everything. But then kami, what we really do is we do mock-ups talaga. So just imagine this is an empty space and we mark everything up from the entrance, saan ka saan yung flow, saan yung seats, saan yung ano. When you go to the customer powder room, diba? So when you go there, pag inopen mo, how big of a space talaga. So just imagine if you're before kasi I had a knee surgery. So I was walking in crutches.
Okay.
So I know the feeling of when you are unable to go certain places because of the limitation of the area. So parang ganun pa lang. From there on, we measure talaga. Like, even if it's according to the building code, tinitingnan pa din namin if it's on actual, is it really accessible? Is it really...
So it is safe to say that the accessibility part is intentional when creating this.
Yes.
And thank you, no, for being sensitive enough, no. So you experienced it yourself,
Yes.
diba? All right, good. So, other than that, how do you train your staff when it comes to accessibility or to provide an inclusive experience?
Actually, for us, when it comes to our training, we don't necessarily like parang nakalagay doon na okay, when you see customers na ganito, na ganyan, you have to do this. There's just one thing that we give our staff parang siguro training with. That number one is consideration. So this is collab. So being collaborative means everyone should be
correct.
able to come here and feel safe and feel secured enough. Kasi how can you collaborate if you are kumbaga, intimidated, diba?
Yes.
So yun. I think that's the key. So even with our trainings, yun talaga yung lagi namin pinapoint up with the employees, with the staff, even with all of us, no? So it's really a matter of consideration, being sensitive, no? That's customer service.
Yes.
Actually, you don't have to pinpoint.
Correct.
Now, you don't have to pinpoint na, okay,
Exactly.
when you see this, dapat ganito gawin yun. No. It's really just being sensitive with your, having empathy with other people.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's actually something that I think it's not just about the training in companies or in establishments. That should be something innate.
Yes, correct,
Yeah,
correct.
innate with each individual. No? If you're considerate enough to other people, if you're sensitive enough to other people, I think you won't have any problem having accessible areas or accessible.
Yes. Actually, I don't think it's part of the law, no, but how we accommodate people with special needs like my child in the autism spectrum. And right now, he's actually having a little bit of tantrums. And I don't think the people mind, no? With all fairness to the people here, I think they're understanding. And I think the staff din naman, they're all friendly. So, you might have answered this earlier, but what does inclusivity means to your business?
I think yun nga. I think that's the very core of the business. We named it Collab. So with the intention of basically everyone who comes here would be able to collaborate with all of the people also here, not just with us, no, not just with our company, but also with the other customers here, no, yung mga guests namin. So having that in mind, I think when you want an environment that's collaborative, then dapat everything else should follow. Consideration, sensitivity, no, and that's inclusivity, of course, no. Kasi if you have limitations on who you want to entertain or assist, then that's not collaborative na.
Yes.
So it defies basically all of the intention of the space, the intention of the business that we're running here.
So, for my last question, Well, I can say this is perfect or almost perfect. Pero
We're trying.
what other improvements are you looking at right now?
I think that's something siguro that we are, ano ba, it's innate with us na it's a continuous improvement. We don't think na, kasi I think when you're, ano ba to, parang contented with all of it, complacent, then that's the downfall of everything. When you
Yes.
become complacent.
Agree.
No? So for us, we continue to improve. I think one of the things, even our menu, you would notice it with our menu. No, the menu that we started here a year ago would be different from the menu that we have now. The reason why is because we have regular customers also, and we want them to also have unique experiences every time they come in. No? Of course, the consistency in the service and the way the barista and the staff assist them would always be there. Pero dapat pagpasok nila, they're excited. No? So menu, we do hold different events here. We have sponsored events. We even had Pilates here. So
Oh, actually,
we
I
had
saw
yoga
that
and
in one of your
Pilates here.
pages.
Yeah, so ganun yung yung vibe, no. So we're cooking up also a lot of events in the future. Networking events, we have also like some sort of mga game nights, mga ganon. So we really try to parang give something, no, hindi lang basta puro work sila. They would also have something na parang for leisure, for relaxation. Yan. So, dito tayo first. So, ito yung quiet booth. So, the quiet booth naman, as you can see, ito yung na-mention ko. Sometimes
Quiet
may
booth.
mga meeting, Zoom calls, tutor, dito. They have a dedicated light kasi. So, if they're reading something, yan, so pwede sila magkaroon na sarili ng light. If they want medyo mas dim, pwede naman. And then they have their own outlet. And the bar table. So this one naman, if you're just gonna have to do some work, ganyan, it has an outlet also below the So at least kung magla-laptop ka, you can, so here, so basically our menu. Ayan. So, the menu naman, so all of the drinks, we did it ourselves. We're more focused on coffee and tea. So, yun yung So, syempre, matcha will always be there.
Yeah.
Yan yung mga But for us, siguro the special thing that we do here is that we try to promote pa din what's Filipino, which is we're using sagada beans, Arabica sagada. And for our brewed coffee, we're using kapeng barako.
Okay.
So parang we try
At
to
least support local.
ano pa din tayo. I mean, local coffee is really good coffee. Here, so we have the portal. It has outlets then on both sides. So this one naman is more like if you want a peaceful, quiet, lang din, and then you want some sort of view, no? Para hindi naman like nasa isang area. The meeting room area is actually foldable.
That's
So
all.
if on a regular day, that's open.
That's open.
So kapag meron lang nagbo-book, then we close it for a bit of exclusive use. And then there, medyo hidden lang siya. Meron kaming dun sa taas.
Okay.
Dun sa taas. Hidden lang siya, but we have a projector kasi, and then there's a screen there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this area kasi
It goes
is,
down.
This
Okay,
area
I need
kasi
it.
we do our events here. So seminars, workshops, things like that. Company trainings, we do it here. So sometimes we do have clients come here, and then minsan nag-ano kami kung anong materials na gamitin and all. So that one is mostly our library that we use also. But that's also can be borrowed by the customers.
Okay.
The lounge naman.
This
So
is yung lounge
this
na-
is like the most casual. Sabihin na natin ganun. So, this one naman, usually they prefer this kapag may mga parang team meet huddles lang or chit-chats. So, mas more on relaxed vibe. Unlike, syempre, the other tables and chairs that we have. really more on the co-working aspect.
Sa ending ng ating pagbisita sa Colab Cafe, makikita natin na sila ay hindi lamang sumunod sa mga pangunahing requirements ng accessibility para sa PWDs dahil nagpakita rin sila ng tunay na malasakit at pagiging inclusive. Mas impressive dahil hindi lamang sila tumigil sa kung ano ang nakalagay sa batas. Kahit wala pang particular na batas na nakatakda kung paano dapat i-accommodate ang mga taong may autism o may katulad na sensory needs, pinili pa rin nilang isaalang-alang ang pangangailangan ng bawat customer. Halimbawa, ang meeting room na ginamit ng anak ko bilang sensory room ay isang lugar na hindi overwhelming para sa kanya. Hindi masyadong matitingkad ang mga kulay ng cafe kaya mas komportable siyang nagstay dito. Yung place ay may tahimik na environment at hindi malalakas ang music para maiwasan ng sensory overload. Maliit na bagay man ito para sa iba, malaking tulong ito para sa aming mga pamilyang may kasamang bata na may special needs. Ito ang halimbawa ng isang tunay na inclusive establishment. Ang pagiging accessible ay hindi lamang pagsunod sa minimum requirements ng batas. Ito ay ang pagkakaroon ng malasakit, pag-unawa, at paggawa ng paraan upang ang bawat tao, anuman ang kanilang pangangailangan, ay makaramdam na sila ay welcome at kabilang. Thank you for accommodating us. Thank you for showing us the place. And I hope we can have another shoot here again in the future.
Sure naman.
Alright.
Anytime na meron kang mag-feel na.
Yeah, of course. Thank
Sige,
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, was nice.
Do you hear that? My sanity about to break while everyone I know's out. On a trip, on a boat, on a lake. I'm tired of feeling all FOMO, babe. I don't even care if we stay home. Put our to-do list on ice. Crank the AC to 79 and make a list.